So welcome in the age of Aquarius. So what's next? What can we expect? What is it we should focus on? So let's briefly talk about that, because I think many of you can agree that we live in a very interesting and disturbing time. Perhaps this could mean a time where we are ending an era and where we are opening up a new era. So what's really going on? In my previous video I already spoke about some things about the age of Aquarius, which started today, the 21st of December, which 2012 was also like on the 21st of December, which for many for us also meant a big change, and now this big change is again here presenting for us. So what should we take out of this, you know? Today was actually the day that I had planned an interesting trip for me, which was Avebury. Avebury is basically on the Loo line together with Stonehenge, Shaftesbury, and in Shaftesbury you got the heart chakra of the planets. Stonehenge is of course also a very powerful center, but it's normally always very busy with tourists, because of course it's like an international well-known place, also protected of course by a trust, so you need to pay like entry fees to get in. Avebury on the other hand is like completely open. You can just drive through there and park your car and just chill around. Again, it's like a circle, but they have built a village and a motorway or a road just through it. But the first time I was there with a spring equinox, oh man, that energy, unbelievable. Very, very strong and profound energy, like a whirlpool, like a vortex. It felt like that. So I wanted to experience it again, of course on a solstice. But one reality we live in currently are of course the reality of the rules, the restrictions and the new laws and all of that. And United Kingdom, they just announced that we are moving up in an even higher alert tier program, and these tier programs is like the countries divided from low, medium to high alert, and now we are even higher because they found that there's like a version 2.0 of the COVID-19 pandemic, which means is that the spread will act more aggressively, and they still cannot seems to handle the amount of infections. So there will be a travel ban and all of that, especially right around the holidays, the Christmas. Anyway, I will spare you the time about my personal opinion about it and my point of views about it, because I really want to stick to the purpose of this video, and that is of course what's next. What's next is that the layers of choosing our reality becomes very thin, and we can choose a different reality like this. Okay, so we can choose like what I was just saying. I can currently choose to talk more about what's currently going on in the world and all the laws and restrictions and this and this and this and that. Okay, but I don't really believe in it. I don't really believe in it that what they are saying is the real truth. So I prefer not to focus too much on it. Okay, and rather focus on something that I believe more in. Okay, so that's a very important one. So that's why I don't really want to spend too much time on it, because limitations is not really so much of a thing for us spiritual free-minded people, because we want to free around. We know that we are here with free will and we can choose anything we want, so why limit ourselves with limitations and restrictions? It's against human nature, and what's against human nature, we want to fight for it. So I could have chosen to just say the middle finger to all this crap that's currently going on and say like, listen, I'm going to have this 2.5-hour journey out of London, driving out of a tier 4 area into another tier area, having the risk getting held over by the police and face the consequences, or just take my responsibility and not do it and just celebrate the 21st of December here locally and enjoy perhaps a meditation that is coming up when I'm arriving back home. But anyway, back to the subject about choosing your reality. Again, choosing, because you still have the free will of choosing that what you want to experience. But you can say, yeah, but I currently do not really want to experience anything that is currently going on in the world. Yeah, I'm sure, I bet you won't. But again, for all of us, even for those who are healthy, are of course affected by what's currently going on, and that is of course presenting us with new type of challenges. In my case, like my entire life, I've been always like leaving my home in the early morning, go somewhere, work and all of that. Or I'm the kind of person that wants to venture out in the world. I'm an introvert, yes, I'm an introvert, but I'm also very social. I enjoy socializing now and then with people, and it's something I must do on a daily basis in order to kind of feel fulfilled, satisfied, to feel like my daily life matters. I'm also someone, because I'm like a free-flowing, you know, I go with the flow onto a very intuitive basis. Like I can make to-do lists and everything, but basically what I do on a daily basis depends on how I feel, and tune into that intuitive flow. That's just who I am. I can, you know, radically list everything like this is what I must do, this is what I'm, doesn't really work for me. So my soul, my spirit really comes alive when I'm like venturing into, you know, the unknown, you know, being adventurous, going to places I've not been before, diving into the unknown. That's more my cup of thing. So sitting at home, working from home, that's what I can say about it. So I can choose to feel like, hey, we have a little buddy who's coming to say hello. So, you know, like I always said, like home is a place where you come, relax, switch off, and you know, recharge and whatnot, indulge yourself maybe in some entertainment distractions. But when you're all day at home, you know, before you know it, that's the only thing you do, because you're lacking other basic things, and because you feel like you're lacking that, you know, you must find a way to distract yourself from that. Okay, so that's another reality. Another reality is, of course, is that for many of us now, we are from home and all of that, you know, many careers, many businesses, many jobs have been falling apart. Now is maybe the good question, like, so what's next? What I'm really want for myself, what I really want to experience for myself, and what I'm really going to focus on for myself. I've discovered, like, everything I've currently doing on my channel is that the how-to videos, you know, that is really focused on you, they're doing well, because you of course are looking for insights, answers and whatnot. And other kind of videos where I spent tremendous amount of hours creating them, I've discovered these videos are more for myself. These videos are more for where I tune into my own creative flow and whatnot, and I create something out of nothing, and things just really comes together like a puzzle. That can give me a lot of joy and satisfaction. It's where I tune in spiritually into my own self, and doing that alone can be very joyful. But because these videos are more for myself, where I like to reflect on a lot of things, maybe some of you are maybe less interested in that because you want answers. Now I could say, beat myself up for that. Yeah, my work doesn't matter, I don't matter, why bother, all of that. Or I can just accept the fact that, hey, I'm doing that for myself. There's a place and a moment to categorize, okay, so these are the work that could mean this and that for the world. Another thing is that I post a few guided meditations with absolutely zero expectation, no keyword research or whatever, and I see that that is picking up because it seems you guys are enjoying that. And of course I also really enjoy just go sit there and tune in to see what's really coming through. And yeah, it seems that you guys are benefiting from that. So of course my own challenge is also to get out of my own way, just sit still, shut up, don't think about it, and just let it flow. So as soon as I'm back home, because it's the 21st, I will see what else is coming up for me, to see if I can make another guided meditation. Okay, so this is like exploring another reality, not so much in the outside world, but more exploring our own inner world. Okay, which we have been doing already so much in the age of Pisces. So that's another reality, of course, we can choose, which can be very excited for some of us. Another reality, of course, is that, hey, maybe you always have been working for someone else, making their dreams a reality. Now it's really the time to work on your own chosen reality, and things can now really speed up. You know, maybe over the last years, decades or so, you have collected so many different skill sets and knowledge and experiences that now just really the things are coming together, falling together, and now you just know, like, hey, listen, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to bring in the world, this is how I want to work with others, I want to collaborate with others, I want to create a community, I want to, you know, still work in a very social way, even though we are like on our own working from home. This is what I choose to experience, and this is how I can get my needs met, both financially, emotionally, etc. So we become more self-reliant, more independent. So whatever it is that's currently going on in the world, it doesn't really affect you so much, because you have made a very conscious decision, like, this is what I've chosen to experience. Okay? And things can go really, really fast right now, because these energies are now coming closer to each other. Like right now I can choose to feel angry and frustrated and everything that's currently going on. I can't see my family, I can't travel to the Netherlands. But at the same time, because we can't, we are on our own. Many of us are single, just living on their own. At the same time, you know, we can also feel like, oh, shit, I need to speak to someone. Let me call my family. Let me call that person I have not spoken to for so long. And it's like also like, you know, like, even though we are not together, we're not separated, and you know, we don't really see each other, but at the same time we can also grow closer to each other, because there's separation in the world, and now we want to choose to experience more harmony and unity, and that's why we choose to build stronger bonds with each other, with the family and whatnot, because we cannot see them, and you know, really start to value these things, you know. Maybe we think about the elderly people, you know, people who are living on their own. It's already difficult enough for them, because it's not very recommended, of course, to visit our elderly people, our grandmothers, grandfathers. So yeah, of course, they're still human beings. They also need to see their sons, their daughters, their granddaughters and grandsons. So it might be a good idea to finally pick up the phone and just ask, how are they? You will make their day, and then you can also grow, restore maybe bonds with them again. So today's video is not so much a galactic video going in the age of Atlantis, what I did last time. Sometimes I found it very interesting to talk about these subjects, but we also have to bring it down. The funny thing is that my entire life I've believed I'm an Aquarius. Then astrology draw some cards and said I'm a Pisces, because I'm from February 1986. So first take Pisces. So I'm actually the story of my life, I've always felt like I'm somewhere in between. I'm somewhere in between. I'm between the heavens and the earth. I bring spiritual knowledge into the material world. That's one of the roles of an Aquarius, of an Arcturian starseeds. They bring spiritual knowledge into the material world, or to bring the material world into the spiritual realm. Anyway, they must unite these things together. And what I've seen for myself is that I want to pick up some business-minded programs and share my knowledge and wisdom about these areas and bring these things together, as this also becomes more relevant right now, and work in such a way together as well, as this also becomes more important. Anyway, if you want to learn more about it, you know what to do. So that's it for now, really. I go home, have another coffee, see if I can do a meditation, and see what there is to experience for me today. And then I will upload it to my other channel, because this channel is more about giving yourself some time to reflect, and the other channel is actually doing the real work, the meditation work. So of course, if you're interested in that, I will leave a link and you can go check it out. Of course, I'm also in my own process of getting out of my own head and do this a bit more often, because it always feels good. But yeah, anyway, leave it there. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time. Take care for now. Bye bye.